Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. Let me just take a little time to thank everybody again for watching my videos, subscribing, posting messages and notes, comments. I appreciate it. This is all a learning experience for all of us, and hopefully you learn a few things when you watch my videos, because I know I learn a few things when I watch other people's videos. Okay, today's topic. When did Americans become so sensitive? Okay, I was born in 1956. Grew up through the 60s, 70s. I've been called just about every name in the book that you can call somebody that looks like me. I'm still here. And, you know, I can remember I grew up in Southeast Washington, D.C. If you called somebody black, you got a fist in your mouth, or in your nose, or in your face. The fight was on. Now, it's acceptable. How'd that happen? Kind of interesting, isn't it? Well, it seems like not too long ago, a couple days I guess, two different reporters used the phrase "chink in the armor." Well, if anybody knows where that phrase originated, I believe it was when Sir Lancelot had a little spot in his armor where somebody could put a sword through it. And I think I got the story straight. I might have to do a little more Google research on that. But it's got nothing to do with Chinese people or Asian people or Oriental people. See, I think Oriental, I guess that's, oh, I know, political correct. I think that's where all that sensitivity stuff came in. But Americans used to be tough. They didn't cry over everything. You know, they could take a joke. Yeah, okay, some jokes are in bad taste, but they're jokes. But the good thing about jokes that are in bad taste is you get to see, you get to know and identify people who think that way. And to me, that's a good thing. Because we all know that people talk. Sometimes they talk about you, and sometimes they talk about you behind your back. Wouldn't you like to know what people are really thinking and feeling? Wouldn't you? But it seems like the reporters that said "chink in the armor," one got fired, one got a 30-day suspension. I mean, let me think. Land of the free. Okay. Is this progress? Is it really progress? I mean, are we that sensitive? You know, look at what's going on in the military. The soldiers burned the Koran. Now, the head of the Department of Defense apologizing. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. But they're not kidding me. This country has been turned upside down. This is crazy. I mean, we're talking about soldiers putting their life on their line for the country because some stupid politicians got us in these conflicts we got no business being in the first place. But you talk about wagging the dog. Come on. Oh, that reminds me. I got to find me a dog to wag. Anyway, I remember a few years ago, I was driving up to, I think it was the World Series up in, to watch the Diamondbacks play. Can't remember this for sure. It might have been a hockey game. I know I was heading to Phoenix. But I heard some flack on the radio about Don Imus talking about a bunch of nappy-headed hoes. Remember that? Well, when I got home, I Googled, I heard the comments for myself, because I like to check things out for myself, form my own opinion. And then, the thing is, Don Imus wasn't the first one to say it. His assistant was. And then Don Imus repeated, he goes, yeah, a bunch of nappy-headed hoes. So, if I remember correctly, I think it was the Kansas women's basketball team. And I went to their website, and I looked at their roster. They was a bunch of nappy-headed hoes, except for maybe 2 of them. I mean, now, is that a nice thing to say? No. But sometimes the truth ain't nice. Okay, they weren't hoes. But let me tell you something. I sure wouldn't want to be seen with them. But that's my opinion. Is that nice? Maybe not. But that's just the way it is. Now, the thing is, all this flack, these women on the basketball team put out some kind of statement that this affected their ability to play or some kind of nonsense like that. I mean, when you play in sports, you got to be tough. You got to be able to take physical abuse, mental abuse. The other team and the stands, they're going to be yelling at you and screaming stuff. And if that is your chink in the armor, then you shouldn't be playing sports. You know, you try and get into your opponent's head, make them mad, make them, lose their game, forget their game plan, react. So, what's my point in all of this? It's that I think we're too dang sensitive. Okay? And that's point 1. Point 2. When you hear somebody say things like that, you get to know what they're really thinking and what they're really all about. And to me, that's good. Because if I hear somebody saying something, making jokes, then I know that's how they really feel. And that, alerts me, puts me on guard. I can keep my eye on that person. I know I might not be able to trust that person. So, go ahead, say those jokes. I don't really care. And one other thing is, I had mentioned this book before, Taking Charge of My Life. Choices, Changes in Me by Ed Harmon and Marge Jarman. You see, if people read this book, then what other people said for the most part wouldn't bother them. There's really only one person that can say anything that bothers you or can harm you, and that's a judge. And maybe, I guess you could extend that to a police officer, like when they say, you're arrested.